With all due honor and praise to the Most High, I worship thee, the divine image of my wives. Amen. Welcome to the Horseman Law Podcast. I am your host, Tank, Horseman Rank 2AA, and it's Father's Day. It's the best day of the year. So salute to all the fathers out there. And listen, this is a special day, especially for black men, because they want to pretend like none of us are fathers. So today is not only a day to be proud of, it's also a day of rebellion. It's a day of disobedience. It's a day of, all out war because showing them that we are fathers, showing them that we can be fathers and the best fathers on the planet, um, does something special, and it hurts in a different way. And I want to salute that. So to all the fathers out there, my father, Thomas Webb Jr., uh, salute, and thank you. And we're going to continue to do so every year. So give you guys a pat on the back for the fathers, the black fathers out there, and all the fathers out there. Salute. So, what's up, family? Um, all my brothers out in the field, once again, salute to y'all. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're in good health. I hope you're not going through anything too strenuous. I hope they're not putting too much pressure on you. I hope you're continuing to thrive and to make money for your bosses. Salute. Stay out there, keep it going. We're gonna try to get Killer J on the line today. Killer J, rank 1AA, one above all. We're gonna try to get him in here and have him talk on Father's Day. Salute to all my brothers, Terrence, Nico, Rocks, um, all Charles, John. Salute to all my brothers out there who are fathers, who are out there working hard and taking care of their families. It's a special day for us, and it's a special thing for us, man. So let's kick the show off with some sports news. Golden State are the champions. Steph Curry, arguably, I think the best point guard who's ever done it up until this point. I mean, the man is crazy. Carried the team on his shoulders, took them to a championship, and they're here. Uh, they proved all the naysayers wrong. They made Draymond look like a genius, and the new media, Steven Jackson, Draymond, my brothers, salute. Please come in here and take the mantle from punks like Stephen A. Smith, and let's change the narrative about us in the field. So let's talk about it, man. Let's get into it, man. Father's Day, what it means to everybody, and what it means to people like myself and soldiers out there. And I'm gonna keep it real. Um, Listen, if you're a black man and you're a black father out there, uh, get comfortable with loneliness, man. Get comfortable with it. Get comfortable with it. You can't be a black father in this day and age and um, be insane. You have to have some type of sanity. You have to be grounded in some type of reality in order to maintain and navigate this world. Um, when I was a baby, My grandfather was alive, and I remember he used to live like his name was A.T. Stewart, and he used to live like a troll. You know how you see in storybooks where there'd be like a troll that lived in like this hole somewhere that only came out when he was angry and this, that, and the other. That's how they treated AT. That's how AT appeared to me, AT Stewart. He lived in the back of the house, all the way past the kitchen, in a room that nobody went into. Like nobody went back there. Probably because he didn't want nobody back there, but nobody went back there. And he would only come out if there was a disturbance or if there was some reason to come out. He never came out of the room, right? He's an old man. He's back there and nobody bothered him. And he was just like a troll. He was like to us, to a young kid, he was like a goblin. Like you didn't, he would only come out to scare us in our minds, right? The older I get, the more I understand exactly what he was doing, right? So you got AT, you got my father, you got me. You have to be okay with being by yourself, because in order to navigate the world and navigate what's out there, you have to have a grounded idea of reality that nobody else sees. Nobody else sees it, right? Especially in this day and age. To guys like horsemen and gentlemen like myself, we only have two realities, and that's all out war or complete peace. Now, you either have complete peace or all out war. That middle shit, that's all pettiness. It's all petty, because only men like myself and men who run families and have control over families and responsibilities understand the cost of pettiness. There's a cost that comes to it. Being petty is a cost. If I'm petty in the street and I do something I ain't supposed to do, I'm going to jail. And if I go to jail, I don't have a job. And if I don't have a job, there's no money. Now, all these people I'm responsible for, what do they do? Right? What do your children do? See, there's a cost to pettiness. There's a cost to being petty in the street to men who control families. It's not necessarily a cost to everybody else. See, being petty to everybody else, you can always go to dad. That's where I was. I used to be able to be petty when I was a kid because I can always go to my father. If it wasn't for my father, I would, without a doubt, be doing life in prison. There's not a doubt. And that's just mathematics. That's just based on all the charges that I racked up as a kid into my adult years. All the charges and all the cases that I accumulated throughout that period that my father solely by himself was able to get me out of. Without that, clearly, 25 to life, you can run the gambit of the charges: assault with a deadly weapon, assault this, assault that, and attempted murder, all that my father was able to get me out of. So without him, that pettiness of a child would have cost me not only my life, it would have cost the life of my children, my wife, everything. So you don't have the luxury of being petty. Horsemen don't have the luxury of being petty. You don't have the luxury of being petty out in the field. Them days are over with. In today's time, with cameras, with phones, with triangulation, with cell towers, with video, lawsuits, you don't have the luxury of being petty. You either have all out war or complete peace. There is no middle ground for you to be petty and for you to do something stupid, because you're going to cost people money. You're going to cost your client money. You're going to cost yourself money, and you're going to cost your family money, because ultimately, if there's time to be done, it's going to be done by you. Nobody else is going to do your time for you overreacting or reacting to a petty situation. So it's up to us to get comfortable. Get comfortable being alone, because most of the time, the person by himself is by himself because if he was around others, he'll lose his mind. So that's just a little piece from a horseman talking to other horsemen out there. Get comfortable with it. Start to really get comfortable with yourself. If you need to get therapy, get therapy. If you need to get some type of outlet, get that. But get comfortable being around yourself, my man. Because if you engage in pettiness in the world or pettiness within your family, you will be destroyed. And by association, your family will probably be destroyed too. So, and the responsibility is yours. Nobody's going to look at you and look at your children, and if they are destitute, nobody's going to say it's their fault. It's going to be yours. So take that into consideration. All the fathers out there who are hustling, all my brothers out there grinding every day, going through it on contracts and on the job, doing whatever they got to do. If you're looking for an accolade, if you're looking for some type of pat on the back, I'm going to give it to you right here. Get it from your brothers. I'm going to give it to you right here. Salute. Keep going. Keep doing what you're supposed to do. Hang in there. I know the politics are crazy. I know the arrogance is crazy. And those of you who know what I'm talking about, the arrogance is crazy. And you got to deal with that. You know, people trying to tell you what you do and what your value is and what you're worth and what they willing to pay. I know it's crazy. Be patient, be calm, and, rely on your mentors. Rely on the people who've been there before, who've done it before, and listen to their guidance, and you'll succeed and continue to make money in this business. It's only going to get, for the best of us, it's only going to get better. So rejoice in that. Rejoice in the idea, for the best of us in this business, we are only going to prosper more and more. Now, sadly, the world has to fall further and further. It's going to get harder and harder in the world. It's going to get crazier and crazier in the world. But as it does, we will prosper more and more. The best of us, those of us who know what we're doing, those of us who know the game, those of us who have done the research and done the homework, we are going to prosper more and more as the world descends further and further into chaos. That's what we do. That's what we're here to do. That's what our career of choice. That's what we've been bred to do. So rejoice in that. Rejoice. Food shortages, that means nothing to us. Right? Crime escalates, that means nothing to us. Those are all dollar signs for us. That means we're going to make more. That means we're going to be more valued. We're going to be worth more. We're going to be sought out more. But it's only going to be the best of us. So that means if you're starting in the game If you're just getting started, that means you need to what? Buckle down, do the homework, do the paperwork, do the research, do your connect to your mentors, get in, right? Get in as much on the job training as possible. Get as much experience as possible. Try to get in under us as much as possible, right? Because when the door closes, when the doors close, they're closed. You understand what I'm saying? When it's all out chaos in the streets, it's too late to try to get in. It's too late to decide I'm going to be a protector now. It's too late to decide, okay, I want to protect wealth now. The doors are closed. It's already all out, fallout, chaos outside. You know what I'm saying? It's already blood in the streets. It's too late at that point. You got to get the hours in, the work in, the days in now by any means necessary. So that's my message to all those in the field, all those who are working and continue to work and keep getting it. Keep getting it. Teach up your apprentices. And I'm going to say this, man. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to keep it a buck. Listen, those of you who are in the field who are blessed enough to have a job and blessed enough to get access to this field of work, understand the blessing you've been handed. Understand the blessing you've been handed. You've been handed an opportunity to be in a career that is recession proof, that is depression proof, right? If you're good at this, a depression can't touch you, a recession can't touch you, the fall of society can't touch you if you good at this. So understand the advantage you've been given, the blessing you've been given. Right? This ain't the time to negotiate prices on your way in. This ain't the time. If you've got mentors who aren't willing to pay you enough to survive and aren't willing to pay you enough to take care of yourself and your family, get another mentor. Get another mentor. But you're not going to negotiate with us what the price is. I know what my price was when I started. I know what the price was of the average protector in this business when I started. I know how much it costs to take care of a family. I was taking care of a family when I started this business. So I didn't come in without responsibilities. I came in with responsibilities. And even with those responsibilities, I was willing to apprenticeship. I was willing to go through an apprenticeship and work for free in order to get to a place where I can ask for money or require payment based on my skills. So you're not going to get a lot of sympathy from a person like me coming in the field, talking about what you deserve, and you don't have no history of work. You don't have no HOV. You don't have no clear line of experience. Nobody I could talk to and say where you've been, where you've worked, what you've done. You don't have any of that, so you can't really negotiate a price. You should be happy you're being let in to the brotherhood. You should be happy you've gained access to the brotherhood. That's just how I feel, and there's other brothers who feel the way I feel. The ranking system is real, gentlemen. The ranking system is real, and it's based on facts. It's based on work. It's based on HOV. It's based on all the things that people look at behind closed doors when they're trying to hire a protector, when they're trying to hire a bodyguard, for those of you who still use that lingo. I don't like to refer as a bodyguard because everybody thinks they're a bodyguard. I protect wealth on all levels. That is what I do. I am a protector of wealth and life on all levels. And we need other men like that to be on that level. So let's get it up, man. Let's get it up. I know y'all got families. I know y'all got children. I know you got wives. I know you got all these responsibilities and all these things. And you make a decision and say, okay, I want to be a protector. I want to be a horseman. I want to do what they do. What's the first step you take? Well, the first step you take is contacting us. The first step you take is inquiring for information, wanting more information, wanting more guidance, wanting more knowledge. And that knowledge requires support. So you're going to have to support because nobody's giving it for free. I'm not going to give you the information for free. Killer J's not going to give you this information for free. It's going to require support. If you want more knowledge, information, and content, you're going to have to support. And how do you support? I don't want your donations. I don't want you sending me money because I don't owe a motherfucker nothing. And I make it a point not to owe anybody nothing. So if you want to support, go to myspread.com, Horseman Law Podcast, myspread.com, and buy some merch. Buy some t-shirts, buy some product, represent, show us that you're representing, show us that you're supporting, and then we can share information. We can put you on a path to do what we do. But no, it's not going to be for free. You're not going to be able to do. Nobody works at let me tell you something. If you want to work at a major law firm, or if you want to do something, if you want to be a director of cinematography, if you want to work for Hollywood, if you want to be in the movies and you want to be behind the scenes at Paramount or any of these studios, you apprenticeship. You have to get in, be willing to work for free and learn and get to a place where you have value. That's the same thing we're trying to do here with this business. For some odd reason, people seem to think that this is the easiest business to walk into. It may be the easiest business to walk into. It's the hardest business to walk out successfully. Most of the people who come into this business leave, sadly, without their respect intact. Most people come in here, want to do this for free, homie, friend of a friend, this and that, come in, walk in, get exposed, embarrassed, and then they're discarded. That's about 60, 70% of men who wake up in the morning and decide they want to be bodyguards. They come into the business. They end up leaving without their respect intact. Sometimes without their lives. Oh, yes, we die in this business. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You don't hear about it. It don't hit the news. It comes up as such and such died. A member of an entourage died. A black male died. They don't come out and say, such and such who was working as a bodyguard for such and such passed away. No, you don't get that. You don't get them headlines. You die, you become just like everybody else, a victim of street violence, a victim of gun crime, a victim in an armed robbery, a victim in a home invasion. Yeah, they don't give you no headlines. You don't get none of that. Because to you and to the industry, you lost. That's an L. And nobody respects the L. So, not to depress you, motherfuckers out there. But listen, I take it very seriously when you want to do this. When people say they want to do this, people say they want to be a bodyguard and they want to work in this business and they want to work for us. I take it very seriously because I'll put you out there. Trust me, I'll put you out there. But I don't want to hear no, oh man, I should get paid, blah, blah, blah. You should get paid shit. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows where you come from. Nobody knows who you've worked for. You've worked for nobody. And you telling me how much you should get paid. Tell me what your responsibilities are. Are you married? Do you have children? Right? Do you have responsibility? Or who are you taking care of? Oh, I live with my grandma. I have no kids. I live with my grandma and they give you barely enough money to survive out in this bitch. You want to come in here and start this. Show me something. Show me something. So, on this Father's Day, let's see if we can get Killer J on the horn. If we might see what he's up to. Let my brother talk. Get what he has to say off his chest. I'm sure it's a lot. Other than that, I'm in good spirits. No answer yet? Other than that, I'm in good spirits. You know what I mean? Been enjoying my Father's Day. You know. Watching, I've been watching Call Sal, whatever, on Netflix. Took all the way to season 2 to get fucking, those of you know what I'm talking about. Took all the way to season 2 to get decent. Crazy in this moment. I should have just passed up season 1 and went straight to season 2. It is. It is. And I'm just starting to get the whole scenario of how Call Saul connects to Breaking Bad. And it don't start till season 2. So, yeah. No clue. No clue. Okay.
Call from
Killer J. Killer J. Killer J. Happy Father's Day. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
How's Junior doing?
Everybody's good, real good. You know what's so crazy? This is the crazy part, right? If you grind real hard, like we do and a few other good men do, every day is Father's Day.
Say that again. Every day is Father's Day.
You know what's so crazy? Out of all the holidays, Father's Day ranked number 20th. Father's Day ranked number 6. So
Right.
the day you could dress up a clown or an idiot or a pedophile is more than the fucking father.
Wow.
Because we do this shit every day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Every day you pay a bill is Father's Day.
Yeah. Every day you pay your bills and teach your offspring right from wrong, what a productive household does, what a productive co-parent situation does, is a blessing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's absolute. That's absolute, man. Like I said, this is probably the best day of the year for us. Yeah. This is the best day of the year.
I'm so sorry for that family in Texas and all the kids were massacred. My heart goes out to them, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You know what's so crazy? I was talking to somebody right now. A lot of guards in California, based upon the new laws come around, their firearm permits and CCWs getting snatched because now the state ain't playing. Unpaid parking tickets, lost gun. Late child support, lost gun. You can get your psych test, lost gun. You know, any type of violation, they snatch the gun permit. A lot of these guards out there working, they don't know. That's why you got to go online, check the BSN every day, and see what's going on. You know, like you always say, you got to be accurate.
Absolutely. You got to do your homework too. And you got to understand, we talked about this on the last show. Anytime there's a mass shooting, there's going to be a host of laws that come down. especially in these
This is
gun
another
controlled
thing.
states.
Anybody that does any type of protection work, or any man that walks this earth as a real man, get yourself some motherfucking general liability insurance, get $1 million policy, protect your family's money so you can't get sued. If you get sued, you got insurance set up.
Mm-hmm.
If
Now
you
that's
make it to
big.
engage, yeah, you get engaged to a ass whooping contest. As soon as you win, that man going straight to the fucking feds or going or civil suit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
I was
again,
telling somebody
break that down. Break that down. That's general liability and what else?
general liability is $1 million policy.
Mm-hmm.
You got depends on some states are good, some states are bad, but you can get a type of insurance where if any type of assault comes, that you can protect yourself from $1 million policy. You have to find a real good agent that can do that for you.
Facts. And they also need what? Assault and battery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And anytime you're an insurance person and they trying to quote you 2,500, 1,200, please go find the next man because you can do it. This is
Absolutely.
reality. Even if you have State Farm insurance, get an umbrella insurance on top of that for general liability. Protect yourself at all costs, man.
No, see, that's a big jewel
Um,
right there because a lot of dudes don't understand that, man.
yeah.
A lot of
We
dudes don't
live in an
understand that.
era now where the witnesses are the gangsters right now. The
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker witness you to death. He did this. He did that.
Mm-hmm.
This was so crazy. I was talking to somebody yesterday, right? And the man said the realest shit in life. He said, "But you know what's so crazy? All these black men talk about the NRA. The NRA was back. The Mullet Act. The Mullet Act came out in the late 60s or 70s because certain black people in the communities were armed to protect themselves. Second Amendment, right? Carry a firearm. And
Mm-hmm.
so after the Black Panthers went to the Capitol in Sacramento, when
Mm-hmm.
Reagan, the governor, that's when they banned it. That's why people were so amazed that when the white guys went to Michigan, or the people when they had the big march in Richmond, they had guns on the Capitol. It's not against the law. It was only against the law because racist ass Ronald Reagan
Mm-hmm.
was in fear and messed up. But people got to remember, Black Panthers was the only people protecting communities. You had gentlemen down in the South, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Arkansas. They were patrolling the neighborhoods. The Black Panthers got the most publicity because
Mm-hmm.
of the era it was, because Hoover was trying to incarcerate them all.
That's crazy. Deacons of defense.
Yeah.
See, that's the one thing they hold out in history. They don't ever want to tell us about the brothers who fought back.
Uh,
They get no promotion.
no promotion. I'm going to tell you what's scary in that tank. Listen, anybody that knows history, right? If you play the game right and study everything like we do, right? You would know that years ago, right? Years ago, that back in everything was, it might have been 1880 or 1890. The government took all the guns from the Sioux Indians, killed 200 297 of them. Out of 297, 293 were women and kids. So
Damn.
that right there, that right there is one of the biggest mass shootings. Like, they don't talk about stuff like that. That's in history books.
Mm.
Like, we talk about the tears. You know what's so funny? When you watch a cowboy movie or western, they will make you think that the Indians were bad guys. The Indians were just trying to get these people their fucking property. I'm
Straight
sorry.
up.
It was December 29th, 1890. They don't talk about that.
Nah, they don't talk about that at all. And they damn sure don't talk about the invention of the Gatling gun. See, when they invented the
Yeah.
Gatling gun, they practiced that Gatling gun on Native American communities. Women, children,
This
horses.
was even scarier than that, brother. They don't even tell you guys how fucking whatchamacallit, how fucking Brigham Young, that famous university, that killed so many Indians at one time. Ridiculous. Like, to see, they always beat you to death with this. What's going on now? No, what happened in the past always comes back to the future.
Mm.
Now, you want to magnify this. Every since 60 Minutes showed the world that You can make money off of network news. Everybody did that.
Brigham Young, that's that Mormon, right?
Yep.
Mm.
You know, his famous cousin was Steve Young, the quarterback. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy, right? This what blows my mind. I feel sorry for Young Thug and Gunner because the reality is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have leader of the Proud Boys, leader of the Oath Keepers, if they were somewhere in a closed location doing encrypted emails, telling people what to do, and people attack the Capitol, that's conspiracy.
That's right. That's right. Where's the
So why
RICO
they not?
charge?
Yeah. So where's the RICO? Then on top of that, how many Proud Boys attacked people and fought people? That's street gang terrorism. Where that charge at? If you lock up the vice lords and the gangster disciples and the Crips and Bloods, but you can bypass them.
Right. That's crazy at that part. They just arrested a bunch of motherfuckers. I forget what the name of them was.
Look, you got to remember, a couple years ago, if you were Spanish or from South America and you had tattoos and got into a fight, they was quick to label you MS-13.
That's right. And before that, Latin Kings. If you was on the East Coast and you got arrested as a Hispanic, you was going under as Latin King.
You always got to look at the narrative. That's like when they show the invasion, people come from Central America. If you watch every news channel, it's the same fucking group of people. When has this country ever been invaded? You've never seen nobody come here. Now you can say this: years ago when Hurricane Katrina came, them real life gangsters from Louisiana came to Houston, Texas, and they set that motherfucker on fire because they're a different breed of criminal. That was the closest thing to an invasion. But see, it's so easy to scare people, or the other people, they always want to have a bad guy.
That's a fact.
But no, you don't hear this. Not one person. This one blows my mind. Not one person is saying who trained that kid in Buffalo. Number one. Number two, how did he get all that equipment? Number three, who paid for his gas? How you and your kids? How you live in your parents' house and they don't know what you're doing?
Not to mention the FBI agent. They still ain't released the FBI agent's name that he was communicating with before he did it.
Let me tell you something. Now, the situation in Texas, that was I told you before, that's like Gridley, California. That was a day labor migrant work camp town.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how many black people live in that community?
None.
Then on top of that, how somebody gonna tell you you can't go save your child's life when you got a lunatic in there killing him? That's the crazy. I ain't never heard that before.
Not only that, you mean to tell me the cops never even attempted to breach the door for an hour and a half?
The chief police got rehired again and got a promotion.
It's crazy.
But this was even crazier than that. Where the hell was the school safety officer at? That listen to me. That community, their police department has the biggest budget of income in that whole entire community.
That's crazy. The motherfucker said they stood outside for an hour and a half. Hour and a half while this motherfucker was shooting babies inside that room.
I know a lot of people don't know how to react when violence is going on. That is your child. These were little second, third, fourth, fifth graders. You should have tore the fucking door. Like it saddens me because if you touch mine, I'm gonna touch everything in your life. Like I would love to have a conversation face to face with Trayvon Martin's father and just see what his motherfucking head is. How somebody to me, he had to get brought off. I can't believe that.
Right, that this motherfucker still walking the streets. Yeah. I mean,
even the pathological Kyle Rittenhouse. Let me tell you something. This the thing. Kyle Rittenhouse was a typical kid getting bullied at school, couldn't fit in, had homeschooling. He wanted to be famous. He lied about everything he did. And look at that situation right there. That shows you right there exactly what it was. Just like the kid from Buffalo. guarantee he couldn't show you 5 text messages of having friends,
Hmm.
of having a girlfriend.
Right.
Guarantee he was socially awkward.
Yeah. Incel.
See, they breed these monsters, these mothers and fathers. You know your child is wrong when something's wrong when he don't have no friends. You know something's wrong with your child when he don't have a social life. You know something's wrong with your child when your child is a young kid, 16 years old, hang out 18 and 19 years old in different states. That right says it all.
Right. Or if he's sitting in front of that computer for 24 hours a
Mm-hmm.
day.
This country is the only country that's so loose with the internet because it. I told you before, you get praised for being a buffoon. Just look at this. Look at this. If you go on social media right now, right, you will see 195,000 women with BBLs. Okay,
That's a
then you
fact.
will see dudes stunting in front of cars. Then you will see a couple people that work out here and there. Okay, then you will see some people trying to sell a mortgage or sell some type of product. Then you will see some sports thing. That's America's social media.
That's a fact.
Then if you look at the news, the Kardashians will be in there first. Something about that moron. Then in politics. This would be so crazy. If we're set up for a recession, everybody in this country right now should be doing this. The last resort for money, if that's the case, if you have a life insurance policy, say $1 million,
Right.
you can pull $100,000 off there. See, they set this country up where you know all life insurance policy is for the other people to keep generational wealth flowing.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a
See,
fact.
people don't realize. Fuck your 401k plan. You can pull from your life insurance policy
That's crazy.
and don't get penalized. Yeah.
That's crazy. And a lot of motherfuckers don't know that. I
I
mean,
never
not,
thought this is what's I never thought I would say this, right? But a situation happened years ago. He's dead now. It was a guy named Norm, right?
mm-hmm.
And he had the contract with Yellow Boy.
Yeah.
And so Spoon was working there.
You
So
talk about the
Spoon
South
told him,
African, right? The motherfucker that's from South Africa?
no, he's from Holland. He's from Amsterdam. His live was South African, Nelson Mandel's bodyguard, but that was a fucking fabrication.
Back.
This was so crazy. So when Spoon went to get paid, Spoon told Yellow Boy, look, I've been here 3 months, and they're telling me that I need to work for him to get paid. I have my own business. I don't work for him. I don't know him. You know, Yellow Boy said, then why was there? See, I don't understand. A lot of times these managers be so delusional because everybody think one situation is better than another when it's not your business.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. Majority of these people do personal protection. Everything about them is a fraud. You got guys that say they was in the military, weren't in the military. You get guys who are ex-law enforcement, weren't there. My thing is this. If you don't have any armed guard on your property, you need to see his papers, what his psych papers say. You need to see everything about this man. If he does he drink, does he smoke? You see his social media, everything. Because a lot of these guards get on these properties, and they're the biggest fans.
That's right. Groupies.
You put everybody at risk because you got members, bro. All the CCW meetings in California, and you must run range twice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the biggest hustle. We've always said that. That's the biggest hustle.
It is. That is.
You 50 cents of the realest shit. All I need with me is two goons and a gun. And I'll make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
But this new era, and this is the crazy part. I never thought I would say this before. They've made the protection game a racial game now.
Mm.
Because Johnny Leonard and Tyrone Jackson get a job. Johnny and Leonard could be fucking the biggest liar in the world. They can believe him. Tyrone Jackson could have been Delta Force,
Mm-hmm.
7 Combat, the Medal of Honor, all that shit. And they gonna believe the other guy before they believe him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How many times? And this is no disrespect to anybody that's non-black in security because I know some good guys, but a lot of these guys, man, and this is never hustle they do. Don't say you have a PI license. A PI license has nothing to do with executive protection. Don't say you went to school in Berryville, Virginia. School doesn't teach you anything. It's called boots on the ground. When you join the military, they don't beat you up for tests. You go to boot camp first. They want to weed out who's going to be strong and tough. You've never seen nobody go through Navy SEAL training because they wrote an essay.
I mean, that's a fact. I mean, we said this before on the last show, man. You can go through all that tactical gun cosplay training all you want, but that's not going to teach you how to do what we do.
Not at all.
That's not going to teach you how to do what we do.
We see it time in and time out, man. But you know, Tank, this is the crazy part, right? A lot of these young guys on social media or these podcasts, they might have an older person talking, and these guys don't know the real situation of the oceans and who's a whale and who's a shark and who's a dolphin and who's just seaweed. Sometimes these guys that seaweed talk like they the great white shark. Seaweed ain't nothing but an object floating in the water.
That's a fact. There's a lot of facading going on, man. There's a lot of pretending going on, you know. And like I said earlier, for guys like us, we're just going to become more valuable because as the world declines, our profit margin goes up. But at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, everybody can't get in.
See, a lot of times, I'll give you an example. There's a man on the internet popping all that shit. See, people realize when that young boy got killed in Inglewood, cool, he's running his mouth. The YBN people from institutions reached out to him like, bro, you better pipe down. So we're going to pipe you down. See, people be mistaken. Sometimes the loudest man in the room is the emptiest person in the room. It's easy to beat somebody up on podcasts. It's easy to beat somebody up on text messages. It's what are you doing when I catch you in traffic? Because this is the craziest part. I always tell somebody, the hater, he live in Texas, you live in Wichita. The envious man is right next to you the whole entire time. You at table one, he at table two. You don't even know he's plotting. If he can't beat you up physically, he's gonna try to assault your character verbally, text message, podcast. That'd be the crazy shit, man.
Yep, get you locked up.
Man,
No.
because anybody really about that traffic, you're not on the internet telling anybody, I'll meet me in my house. That's why you're not doing that crazy stuff. But if it's that serious, I'm gonna lay on you and I'm gonna barbecue you, and then I'm gonna figure it out.
Yep. Listen, like I said earlier, man, it's either all out war or complete peace. Real
Yeah,
motherfuckers don't know the in between. It's either all out war or complete peace.
Hank, you have never ate an empty sandwich before. Something has to go between the bread to be a sandwich. It's not just got two pieces of fucking dry bread. These motherfuckers out here, man, it behooves me of the larceny-hearted motherfuckers would say, bro. I tell everybody one time, there's two places in this world where a man gonna know where he stands. When you were a freshman in high school and you grab that lunch tray, you try to find a table where you can identify people.
Say that again.
The next one is when you're in general population, and you go to chow, you grab that lunch tray or breakfast tray, and you trying to see what the fuck should I do to survive, who I'm gonna go to. Those are the only two places where a man or a young man reality sinks in. Where do I fit in at? Where do I go?
Yep. Yeah. And that's the state of the world.
Yep.
That's the state of the world. What you gonna do? You either gonna step outside, you gonna put on them heels, you gonna put on them hoochie daddy shorts, you you gonna do whatever you gonna strut it, you gonna be LGBTQ. What you gonna do, man? What table you gonna sit at?
You have never seen somebody at a working breed dogo feeding time the same time you feeding a goldfish. It just don't happen. A goldfish can't eat noodle.
Right.
It just blows my mind, bro. Like every day, like the stress, it's never been this hard. And this somebody told me, man, why do you get so mad? I say, I get so mad because all my life I've walked through landmines of fuckery, bitch ass shit. Now you can't even walk through landmines. It's all there. You got to hop, skip, dive, monkey roll, and you still might get blown up. Before you need to, there's some suckers over there. We're gonna go over here. Now it's like fucking Hansel and Gretel. The suckers are falling strength like we left breadcrumbs for them.
Hmm. Nah, they're everywhere. You're surrounded by it. You're surrounded by the booby traps. The booby
Yeah,
traps are everywhere.
because my thing is this, right? If you want to really say all this stuff about Young Thug and Gunner and all this stuff, right? This is a prime example, right? Now you could say they got in fights and whatever, but brother, Rico, they weren't generating hundreds of millions of dollars. They weren't transporting kilos of cocaine here and there. They didn't have motherfucking 20 bodies whacked up. They weren't going to different cities doing all this. When you have all these other people that fit that bill and peddle that hate, why are they getting a slap on the wrist while you putting these motherfuckers underneath the jail?
Underneath, yeah, yeah, that part, that part. See, they conveniently cover up the fact that what 3 people died on January 6th. It was 3 people who died on January 6th. 2 homicides. One broad got shot in the neck. Clearly involved in a
Yep.
crime. Clearly involved in a crime.
When have you ever seen somebody breaking the window of a barricaded door, getting help through the door, and they're not committing a crime?
Come on, come on,
Now,
come on.
I can see if she lost her key and trying to get in the house, but you had an army of people behind you. They break the door. The door
Telling
had
you
a
to go through the
barricade.
door. Telling you to go through it.
That man did what he was supposed to do. Now, what he should have did, if I'd have been there, I'd have let her come in. I'd have stomped the dog shit out that bitch. She had everything in her face had been broken. She got to drink through her straw for the rest of her life. Every time she saw a door, she would cry. And see, this is the crazy part, right? I still to this day do not understand why no officer shot nobody. I'll be puzzled because if you break down January 6th, an attack on police officers, and you break down 10 videos from the internet of them shooting unarmed people, it's just the narrative of violence and danger and got to go home and all this shit just don't
Come
fit
on,
in.
man. If you break down the videos of police officers crying like bitches, crying. I mean, in tears because of the crowd. Hey, come on. There's no way.
The one woman said the realest shit. I wasn't trained for this. I was trained to apprehend a suspect, talk to a suspect, detain a suspect. I wasn't trained to deal with a mob, get hit in the face, thrown back home. If you're a badass, right, and you see a woman holding the gate down by herself, why are you trying to bump her? She probably weighed 136 if that. With equipment, give her 142. How are you getting cool points of ramming the gate through her? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just just that cowardly act alone should have been attempted murder on a police officer. What if she'd have hit her head on the stairs and died?
Hmm.
What really gets me is I don't understand Fox News. Like I try to, but Tucker Carlson, I know that you got to do it for the hustle. But bro, there's nobody in your family that could be like, my man, you're so delusional, it's crazy. Or another thing I get is what's his name, Charleston White. Man,
Mm.
there's not a woman on planet Earth that would give you a piece of pussy. Even if you had money, you look like a skeleton with earrings. How they were you could nigga, what set was you in? What
Mm.
who in their right mind had you as a soldier? You weighed 90 pounds, a nigga could spit on you and knock you down.
Well, the funniest thing about Charleston White is if you pay attention to his shit, the motherfucker ain't never did adult time. He did juvenile time. He did juvenile time. So everybody talking about him coming straight out of prison. He was in juvenile prison.
That's like the rapper little baby. What prison did you go to? You said you did 14 months or 2 years. First of all, you didn't go to Jackson State Prison. That's the biggest prison in the state of Georgia. That's the maximum security. What prison was you in?
Yeah.
See, they let people throw this prison word out there so much. You weren't in jail. I promise to God, you weren't riding with any car in prison. I promise to God that you didn't fight nobody for your city. I promise to God, you ain't put no steel in nobody, no lock in no sock. You ain't jumped nobody. You ain't set nobody on fire. You ain't banging
crazy. I mean, anybody can be a thug. Give them a story.
Listen to me. I'm gonna give you a prime example. I can't think of this guy's name, but years ago, 18, 19 years ago, he fought Mike Tyson, right?
Hmm.
So now he's like 60 years old, a little overweight. He was working at an event in London.
Oh, I seen
This
that
guy,
shit.
this guy was talking, selling death like a salesman,
Big
pushing
shit.
the gate. His people was knocking back. As soon as he got knocked out, why'd you do that, man? You had to do that, mate. What'd you do that for? Once all cool. See, this was cool. When they controlled the narrative, they was the tough guys. Like that. He went from being Billy Badass to Wanda Sykes.
Big
Why'd you
time.
hit him? Mate, why'd you? That was uncalled for. Now, if he'd have knocked a big security out, he'd have still been on internet crip walking. But he
Facts.
got his goddamn fucking hairnet knocked off.
Facts. Oh, he was jumping all around the front door like he was about it. Like he was about that life. Yeah, I think homeboy. I think homeboy had a fucking record of like 35-2 or some shit.
Yeah. Listen, he was pump faking so hard he thought he was a rebirth of Kimbo Slice. As soon as he got them dick beaters put on him, that one hit the quitter, he went straight to sleep.
Crazy. Yeah,
He went from being tough Tommy to little of it. Why'd you hit him, man? What did you do? What is uncalled for? What? The man was just selling death, trying to fight with security.
Said he was big shit.
Man, now he's lucky, because that'd have been us. We'd have put these goddamn Timberlands on your ass, nigga.
Facts.
You'd have been in the coma.
You went straight to the hospital.
Yeah.
Straight to ambulance, 911.
Then we would have stripped you butterball naked and let you go to the house with your hairnet on. Don't fuck his hair up. See, but this would need to happen. I tell you all the time, Tank. For 72 hours, all this fuck shit, they need to let it be a purge. For 72 hours, all these niggas, these fake ass, pussy ass managers out here playing God, being disrespectful, when in reality they borderline racist. How you gonna have somebody that can't even defend themselves? There was a track star. Now they trying to tell grown. This the worst part about security. When you a grown man and you feed your family, and you gotta take something from a nigga that he saw you in the fucking on aisle 6 in GNC, he wouldn't even speak to you. But because he got a position, he think he Godzilla and you somebody from one of the local villages. Mm-hmm. That's the hardest thing in life to do. See, people understand that. People say, what? That's why a lot of these sports figures got to bite their tongue, because you play for man's check. He got to be checked or murdered.
That's right.
You put the man in a crazy position, man.
That's right.
And a lot of times, these people get these positions and they forget they're talking to real men.
That's right. That's right. That employee card, that employee card is deep. These motherfuckers be on their best behavior. These motherfuckers be on their best behavior for the boss. Be on their best behavior.
A couple of years ago, you'd been giving me a pedicure, washing all my socks and boxes. You'd have been asking me to use the bathroom, asking me, could you get on the phone? Like, come on, man. Now you got these managers, they get, a lot of times society, these people get these positions and they really go crazy. They be forgetting you talking to somebody who will go from 0 to triple life in 6 minutes. See, tell you, what's man told me years ago, bro. If you ride in this car, you know what this car means. From the strongest to the weakest, when this car's in motion, everybody get it. You can't catch him, you see his people. You don't see his people, you see somebody. Somebody, well, Christopher Darden.
That's right. That's right. I mean, the game done changed, man. The game done obviously changed, man. Because anytime these motherfuckers feel like they got a title, and with that title, that gives them some type of say-so over real men, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Listen, Laura Ingraham said it the best. She told LeBron James to shut up and dribble. That was somebody speaking of her entitlement where she thought that she would control people. See, this the worst. See, this happens when you're not used to dealing with men. When you're not used to dealing with men, you let finances and title give you power. Bane said the best.
Mm.
Because you pay me, you have power over me.
Mm. Best scene in the movies. Best scene in Batman ever.
See, the thing is, I talk to a lot of people, and you got to think, man, that's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. Mortgage or prison, that's a hard pill. Child care or prison.
Mm.
Picking my child up from school or prison. Because all you got to do, because remember, words can do two things. You can get somebody to smile or you get somebody to frown. People be forgetting there's some people in here on planet Earth that are meek, mild, and mannered, but they're only 6 sentences away or one phrase from away of crushing your whole entire life.
That's right.
So that's just, you and me have, you and there's a lot of other people in this world, not just security. You might work at Applebee's and your manager talking to you crazy, and you got to pay your student loans, so you're gonna be like, okay, no problem, sir.
Well, see, that's the problem too, though. That's the problem too, because men like us don't have the luxury of being petty.
Oh,
See, we don't have the luxury of being petty. See, all the petty shit, that shit to us is a turnoff because ain't nothing we can do with that. It's either all out war or complete peace. You
yeah.
coming in with pettiness, there's a lot of motherfuckers out here that lost their life over pettiness. You being petty with the wrong man.
Hey, this is the most scariest thing about being in life. When you wake up and leave your house, you have to control. Listen to me. When I leave my house, I give myself at the minimum at 8 o'clock. I have to be inside of my house because I went through the course of the day. There's only so much I can take. There's only so much road rage. I'm in so much. I'm standing in line, so I pay my bills, and I can feel your breath on the back of my neck. There's only so much I can do, bro.
That's
There's
real.
only so much I'm trying to use the machine. You walked away for an hour. You told me it's your machine. There's only so much I take. So I give myself at 8 o'clock, and I come home, lock myself in the house. There's only so much.
Yo, that is the absolute motherfucking truth, man. You, me, my father's father, my grandfather. That's what you have to do to maintain. You have
Yeah,
to
you have
lock yourself in the house in order to survive. People don't know in the world how close they are to complete and utter destruction.
I'm gonna tell you this, right? A couple of days ago, I was locked out of my house, right? Um, everything was I was locked out of my house, right?
Right.
And I was gonna go to a hotel. I called the hotel. The woman was so rude on the phone. I knew if I went to the hotel, I would hurt her. I did. What I did is I stayed outside my porch from fucking 10, 10:30 at night to 10:30 in the morning. I knew that was the safest thing for me.
Facts. That's facts, man. That's complete facts, man. You know, like I know, man. The prison is full of
Yeah.
niggas who couldn't take it.
Yep.
Who just couldn't take it, dog. Just couldn't take it. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
lock yourself in the house. Like I remember an old movie with Jack Nicholson. He was a werewolf. This motherfucker would turn
Yep.
into a werewolf at night. So he would chain himself to the motherfucking barn at night of a full moon, just so he wouldn't go out and kill. That's what men like us have to do. We have to lock ourselves completely down so that you don't do nothing that would get you locked up.
And think another thing we have to do, bro, is we try to get these people a job. Look, my people, right? She's so gangster, right? She met 4 men.
Mm.
And as soon as them men walked away from me, she said, listen to me. Don't fuck with them. These people are the worst people you ever met in your life. my whole entire life, my people and my boy named Donnie.
Mm-hmm.
I used to take Donnie with me to clubs, right? I said, Donnie, do me a favor. Every nigga and Donnie would be in the cut, you would never know he's with me. I said, every nigga that shake my hand when they walk away from me, tell me how they act.
Mm.
When they see me, tell me what you see. That means give me a report. This one dude, dog, he told me, look, man, as soon as he walks away from you, I see him talk to his man. He's like, man, that dude right there, man, I'm going to get him one day. You know what happened? He told me that. I waited. I caught the nigga in the bathroom, dog. When they came and got him, his face was in the urinal. To this day, he don't know what happened to him. I try to make him drink every ounce of urine in that urinal.
Facts.
See, that's how these people are. Saying, like, a lot of times you get these guards out here, my God, they got habits that you don't even know. And then all of a sudden, they didn't put your name out there. And people call him, bro, who the fuck is this guy that said he was your people? This man is insane. Or you hook them up with a fucking truck. They get in trucks. They not paying. It's like, bro, that's why I said, bro, if it's not my immediate circle, let me tell you something. I talk to 6 people every day. I talk to you. I talk to Slim Charles. I talk to Jon Snow. I talk to my people G. I talk to my offspring. I talk to Smitty. And I talk to my employment. And that's it.
Facts.
Every day I talk to my people. She tell me, look, check this out. X, Y, and Z, B, Y, and K, A, B, and D. Boom, 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 boom. And you know what's so crazy? She has never been wrong about any person, whether it's a dog, a cat, a rat, an insect, who meant me harm.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Because every time, and we got to look out for this too, man. Every time we put somebody on a job, don't come on a job for us with plans of you doing anything outside of us.
Yep.
You come on the job. If you come on a job for us, your plans have to include us because that's how you got here.
Come on.
Too many dudes go on a job with bigger plans of doing their own thing. If you want to do your own thing, go get your own job.
Prime example. Years ago, Jay Cutler put Phil Heath on. Phil Heath was Jay Cutler's biggest fan. Once Phil Heath got on, and Jay Cutler got into all the politics of bodybuilding, Phil Heath shitted on Jay Cutler. But see, had Jay Cutler not looked up to Phil Heath, he still would have been a prep cook in motherfucking Colorado. See, that's the scary. Let me tell you something. That's the scary thing, bro. When you try to vouch for somebody, if you don't know their inner soul, it will fuck you. Like a man said, this man can do damage from that door to this door and fuck all this bag up.
Yep.
And Tank, another thing, you and me have always said this. I'm anti-work with anybody else's security. I don't want to work with another security team. I'm not working with somebody else like 3 days ago, and you're telling me that you're asbestos, that you're the Mossad. Come to find out, when shit hit the fan, we in traffic, you got about as much motherfucking self-defense skills as a goddamn fucking, what do they call them people? Crossing guard.
That's a fact. That's a fact. No. We ain't the United Nations.
No.
This ain't the United Nations. Don't think you could ever put us with nobody else. It's either our way or the highway. And 9 times out of 10, motherfuckers doing it any other way are the motherfuckers who put everybody at risk. Come on, you remember Birdman. Niggas try to go along to get along. You either get on our program or there's no program.
He told them that.
Yep. It's that simple.
It's that simple, bro.
We ain't never had to tell nobody nothing. We ain't never had to cut nobody out. We ain't never had to cut nobody's throat, jump in, take nothing. No. The better product is here.
Yep.
We rolling with the better product. And if you think you got something better, roll with them. And we always see how that shit work out.
You know what the most crazy thing is? This is in this era, it's not about what you know or who you know. It's how much you can run a facade, or what the Canadian people say, um, finagle.
Mm-hmm.
Because man, you have so many people based upon their ties of not with the artist, not with the athlete, of the management that have no type of skills, that have a job and they don't want the job. They want to live vicariously through the management. When you work with
Ooh,
people that employ them, owe them something, that is
ooh,
the most dangerous on earth. I'm
ooh.
gonna tell you what's is when you work with somebody and they don't know the job. If you don't know how to do security, then why are you here?
It's a fact.
This isn't a this isn't a black T-shirt contest. Like it just mesmerizes me. You know what's sad, and I always say about my people, when a woman can tell you by looking at a man, and I will always say this like being a dog breeder, right? When a woman can tell you by looking at a man, I'm telling you, he does not know what he's doing. He is not a good person. And then 60 days later, 2 weeks later, what she said came to light. You be like, God damn, you know
Right.
that thing.
Of
You, you,
course.
you, you, yeah, your circle will tell you who in the world is this guy you got around here.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. The most protective I know. They're gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell you what it is now.
Man,
They're gonna tell you what it is now.
and me and my people been 10 toes down, very smash people together at Live nightclub. Like it behooves me, brother. It behooves me that when the women be more gangster than the people that claim to be like you.
Wow. That part. That part. That part.
See, what's if you look at every like Angela Davis is one of them. You know what I'm saying? If you look at everybody tank in this world, I always say this: sooner or later, it's like fucking whatchamacallit. You know how you tilt your yard to grow fucking corn or wheat or fucking rice? Sooner or later, that new growth is going to grow. Sooner or later, it's got to go back to, like Mike Tyson said, sometimes you got to punch a motherfucker in the mouth, man,
For
because
real.
the law, the laws of the land we live in have got so out of control, like you said before, man, that non-men talk to men crazy.
Crazy.
And what's even worse, Tank, is when somebody can tell you how much your price should be.
Mm-hmm. And don't do what you do.
And don't do what you do.
And don't do what you
And
do.
barely can do what they do.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
And this
You
is
know,
crazy. You and me deal with more middlemen than the goddamn Lucchese family.
now the sad part about it is the same men who are telling you what you're worth are the same men who are going to be the first to beg you, to
Mm-hmm.
beg you for help,
Mm-hmm.
to beg you for help as soon
But
as the shit get hot.
you and me have stood 10 toes down when the people that were supposed to be in charge said that they was fucking Thor. And as soon as the people came around that are supposed to be about business, they fucking turned to the Invisible Man. They turned to Ant Man. You didn't even see him anymore. How many times we had to scratch our head? Like, it was just 10 of us over here. That was 3.
Facts. we came in with 10.
We came in 10.
We came in
Shit.
with
You
10.
remember, that situation in Philadelphia? I was with 11 people. They had Jamaica out there pressing them. I came downstairs, then you and Spanish Dave pulled up. Everybody else was gone.
Facts. Pulled up with one leg.
Yeah. Before you got there, everybody with me told me that I had Wyatt Earp, I had Jesse James, I had Billy the Kid, I had Frank. As soon as the goddamn crowd got bigger than us, they turned to the Smurfs. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Then you and Dave pull up in a yellow cab, ready to get busy. Got out the cab with the hammers in hand. What?
Out the cab. Out the cab, man. I remember that shit. No, the craziest one was L.A. The Crip Awards.
Listen, I don't know how the fuck you and me didn't win the Oscar that night.
Oh my God! Some of the greatest acting you've ever seen.
It was you and me versus 45 niggas on the back stairs, and then nobody crossed that fucking double day.
Oh my God! I'm talking about gaffing at his finest. I got one leg, your mouth sewn up.
And we held it down like go tomorrow.
Oh my God! Appaloosa, baby. Straight Appaloosa.
I couldn't even talk. I had to write notes to show him. This is what I'm saying. You don't even realize that, dog.
Yeah, I mean, we went through a straight. It had to be a 2-3 year period of just straight gaffing.
Yeah,
just straight gaffing. We was bluffing the whole 3 years. I told a motherfucker, I said, man, you had your chance about 3 years ago.
Yep.
That's when you had your chance. You should have got it then.
Yep.
You should have got it then. You might have won.
Yep.
Y'all fucked around and let us get healthy and get better. And been killing them ever since.
I'm gonna tell you, I just told somebody stories, but I don't know what made us go to this party. We was in Nowhere, Ohio, with 2 Chainz and Yellow Boy. They was there talking gangsters. When you and me got off that bus, them goddamn hands were cocked. Even the police walked away. And
Come on.
The guy that was with us told us he was John Dillinger's nephew. That man never got off the bus.
Waited till we pulled off to cock the pistol.
Yeah.
Said, damn, nigga, your pistol ain't been cocked this whole time?
Yeah.
We in the midst of a gun battle. And you just now cocking the pistol after we left. That means you had nothing in the chamber. And you damn sure wasn't gonna return nothing.
The man had a holster with he had a holster with a goddamn replica.
Come on, man. The fact that your gun say replica on the side of it.
First of all, how you have your wisdom teeth pulled and you at the compound? You can't. The wind would blew too hard. You'd have been crying.
Oh man, the shit that we've been through is beyond words, man. If you wrote a movie about the shit we've done, it'd be the best movie in the world. It outbeat Godfather.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something so funny, right? So I was in the gym talking to this dude. We were in Vegas. You was with us, and he rode with Khabib, right? We was just talking. And he was saying how Dana White really believed, and this is a prime example, that McGregor was really about that life.
Facts.
He said when McGregor was throwing the dollies and talking gangster shit, it was all McGregor.
Mm-hmm.
He choked that man out.
No, you don't listen. Khabib is the hardest nigga on the planet to me. I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I was there with you know who.
Yeah.
We sit in front row. Khabib knocked out McGregor, whooped his ass, jumped out the motherfucking cage, and proceeded to whoop the niggas' asses he was with.
Yep.
On some real shit.
Once again, somebody's mouth talking about race, religion, and family.
Listen, it wasn't even the race and religion. You remember, Khabib was trained by his father.
Yep.
The nigga was talking shit about his father. McGregor was talking shit about Khabib's father. And Khabib said, it ain't even about that match no more. I want you. I want your trainers. I want the motherfuckers who came with you.
Yep.
That shit was crazy. Khabib, his brother, he had 2 brothers that was in the audience that was whooping niggas' asses too.
Yep.
I'll never forget that night. Nigga. We had to I had to run dude out of there.
Yep.
It was all out chaos.
You know what's crazy, bro? I used to get mad at David J. Harris on his podcast. He just be so crazy in his post, right? Then today it just blew my mind when I saw his post. You talk so much shit about black men, but today you gave your father so much praise, and that's why I just know this man just is a hustle to him. He know if you're black and you peddle hate against your own people, that you will receive major coins.
Big time, big time. Yeah, that's just it's a sad thing, man. Everybody, Stephen A. Jackson. I mean not Stephen Jackson. Excuse me, that's my
Steve
brother.
Smith.
But Stephen A. Smith. I mean, it's just so you get biscuits and you get so many pats on the head when you just downgrade and degrade black men in public, and it's a damn fucking shame.
I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy, right? This how fucked the world is, right? Now, when Obamacare came out, right, it helped a lot of people out. Now, they said, Obama, why didn't you go to the rural areas of Mississippi, Arkansas, North Carolina, South Carolina? There's a lot of poor white people out there that don't have nothing. He said, because if I did that, they wouldn't accept it. They thought someone else did it.
Mm,
So when Donald Trump came back around, it's the same fucking healthcare plan.
same thing.
That's like me giving you a bottle of Dasani, but the girl next door gave you a bottle of Avion. You think it's better?
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Now, when it comes to this politics shit, man, the saddest part about it, the saddest part about it is that Negroes intend on voting against their best interests or voting at all.
Like, this is why what I understand. How can you be black living in South Carolina and you vote for a white man?
Come on.
That is Homo Confederacy. There's no way that dick sucking Lindsey Graham should be in office still. That's like what blows my mind. Rome, Georgia, we know what you did to that young black boy down there. How the hell is Marjorie Taylor Greene? She worked at a CrossFit. She owned a CrossFit gym. Now she in Congress. Or what's a young girl who there's nothing wrong with getting a GED. Took her 7 times to get it. The girl from Colorado, Laura Sutton, they talked to her. It came out she was an escort. Like I said,
What?
you went from selling pussy to selling hate. Now you famous. Now you know this thing. Her whole entire family poses by Christmas trees or assault rifles. You get a praise. You and
Mm.
Nico. I tell everybody. I said Tank had a parking ticket. The
Yep.
clerk got smart. The judge said something to him. He said, "What'd you say?" They locked him up.
Yep.
Roger Stone put a federal judge face in the scope of a rifle and got a pat on the wrist.
Come on. Come on. They locked me up for 25 days for that bullshit. Yep. Yep.
So, you know,
I'll never forget it too. Because the day I came out, that was the day you said, man, you never got to worry about that shit again. I was already fired by construction. My
yep.
union had already dropped me. I had no more work.
Right on the road with Nicki Minaj.
Yep. Straight out. Straight out.
Straight out. Remember, that's like when Nico got out of jail. When Nico got out of jail, he worked for Hoover Company. I said, bro, you gonna be good. I put him straight Raheem Devine. From Raheem Devine, he went to work for Floyd. That's
Mhm.
how he posted.
No, that's real. That's straight that's how it's supposed to go. That's why when motherfuckers ask me, why didn't I stay with Floyd or why didn't I stay with any of these other artists? Listen, my main concern ain't them. I don't work for them. That's not what my responsibility is. My responsibility is to protect Jay Kane. If I'm working on the field with Jay Kane, I protect Jay Kane.
100%.
He got the artist. I ain't got to worry about that. He got him. My job is to get him. My job is to protect him. See, when motherfuckers understand that, then they'll understand the game.
Me and my people had this conversation last night, and she was saying how she talked to one of her friends. This girl, like 40-something years old, went through a middle age crisis, ran through every dating app in America. She was telling the girl, basically, look, you don't have anything to offer to a real man that's going to wife you up, hold you down, make sure you're good, because you don't know who you are. Like you say, listen, there's a lot of real men out here, and we will hold it down for the people that we want to hold it down for. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? You could be a librarian. You could be flat chested, no ass. If your heart is all about your man, and your heart is about the making what y'all got progress, that's what's beauty. All these BBLs don't make somebody beauty.
Nah.
Because all these fucks with BBLs, all you doing is online prostitution for some likes, or you might be doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
But the real life is you lonely. You probably don't got a car. You probably can't afford. You probably living whatever. OnlyFans payment to payment. And see, that's the thing, man. We get so the men have fucking hurt these women, and these women don't know how to be with real men. It's I always tell you, it's like mixing bleach and milk. You can't drink it. You
Listen,
can't ingest it.
listen. A woman that knows what she's doing is never going to fuck with her man's purpose.
Mm-mm.
It's never. It's never gonna fuck with his purpose. Cause the purpose
Mm-mm.
gonna bring everything. If he's on his
Exactly.
purpose, you got the world. A real woman would never fuck with a man's purpose because that fucks up her own purpose.
Yep.
The problem is just too many women out there on their own purpose. And I said this a long time ago. I said when the world falls and society is done and it's every man for themselves, what is going to be a woman's currency if she's by herself?
Exactly.
What's your currency
And
gonna be? You can't lift nothing. You can't kill nothing. You can't work for nothing. I mean, what's your purpose gonna be? And the sad part is, it's gonna be sex in your womb.
yep. And this is the crazy part, man. I'm gonna tell you this. At the end of the day, pussy's good, whatever, pussy ass mouth, whatever. If you don't have no emotional ties to that lady, it's like changing your underwear. It means nothing. But the real one is when you got somebody that's gonna rob you from $2 to 2,400 to 22,000 to 20. That's the purpose. Why do you think a lot of times these successful people listen? A six-figure man don't need a six-figure woman financially. He needs a six-figure woman that's invested in him. Because if she got a real man, she can shit, shower, and shave. She know all she gotta do is raise her hand. That man got her, or
Got
she
her.
ain't gotta raise.
Got her.
If she come with kids, he got them. He can treat them as his own.
Mm-hmm.
See, there's too many fucking women out here that came across these boys. I mean,
Yeah,
boys they fuck like boys.
that's right.
They want to come. They fuck like boys. They don't open car doors for you. They fuck like boys. When you go to restaurants, they wait for you to pull your wallet out too. They fuck like boys. They want to drive your car. They
Right.
fuck like boys. They live on their mama's couch. See, it's too many women ain't met no men. You need a
Ooh,
real man things to
that
you.
part.
He's going to elevate your mind. He will elevate your heart. He will elevate your vision. He will elevate your security level because you're going to know you good.
Yeah,
You're not going to want for nothing.
yeah, yeah. Fuck boys ruined the whole generation. I ain't
Yep.
leaving front. Fuck boys ruined a whole generation of women just by being
Yep.
fuck boys. That's a
Hey,
fact.
this is the real thing I'm going to tell you, right? And this is crazy, right? Say you meet a woman at the gym, right? And say the woman's like, the woman, what's my call, is like, yo, I used to mess this guy that lift weights before. Okay. He might have did his that. Okay. Was he doing what I was doing? Because a lot of women ain't never messed with a man that bench press 500 pounds. Ain't never messed with a man. So what I say about that is a lot of times these women aren't used to the type of real man because they've been so fucked up that when they get a real man, their insecurities overwhelm the relationship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of women have past traumas, right? Listen to me, man. If any name, if Jeff used to beat you and you meet Steve, Steve might be a different color cloth. You can't treat Steve the way Jeff did you. When a
Mm.
lot of women have traumas and these excuses, all you got to do is be faithful, have ethics and honor, and that man you with, he will hold you down. Remember this: your plant will never tell you that he's thirsty. You know when to water your plant. Your woman ain't got to tell you what she needs. You know what to give her. Any woman that lay down with a man, and a man, not a one night stand, not a woman catching a date, not a woman doing none of that type of shit. I'm talking about a real woman that got a man and she know he got her. Not sexually. I'm talking about sometimes it's a good text. Sometimes it's just knowing that you're good. Because a lot of times, women in America, they go through a lot, man.
Mm.
They might have had a fuck with their mom. The kids might be acting stupid in school. She might be $100 short for groceries. When you got a man, he gonna make it sure. See, this is a scary thing. A lot of times, Tank, you know this. Oh man, you know, I can't do this because of that. Then don't get in a relationship.
Mm.
If you can't feed yourself, why you got a woman?
Yeah.
If you can't feed a dog, why you got a pet?
Mm. Right.
See, that be a thing. And what it does, it waters down our community. I'm not talking about a community of black people. I'm talking about a community of real men. There's a whole lot of us out here that know how to treat somebody. There's a whole, magic is that you could be with somebody for 10 or 11 years. Your past can be fucked up, her past can be fucked up, but together, y'all are motherfucking magic. You can have the most fucked up day in your life, and this woman can say 2 words, and you will put your shoes on and go conquer something. Or she can have a fucked up day. You can say something to her. She might jump her ass in the treadmill for 2 hours and 37 minutes and still do fucking power cleans because her man got her. You know this. When your kids come home from school, I say, what's in the refrigerator? They know dad got me.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Kids, they never came home hungry. See, that's and that's the biggest issue, man. You got a lot of dudes out here who are doing the most with the least, and you ain't capable of it. Why you got a family if you ain't capable of taking care of one?
Thank you.
Now you should have thought about that before you nutted, before you shooting up the gym, before you making these babies. You was supposed to know that before you did that you wasn't ready for it. And if you wasn't ready for it, sit your ass down. Or those of us who did it, get your ass to work.
See, look, a real woman, this is the thing. A real woman ain't talking to a nigga that's trying to date 25 girls. Because you know why? You're like a fucking cloth at a bar that the bartender used. You've been used up, boy. A real woman wants somebody that's dedicated to her. A real woman wants to go to sleep and you know what, my man got me.
That's right. That's right.
See, Tank, the sad is they've done this purposely to destroy these communities, even Latin, white, purple, even color. The era of men now is tight jeans, tight shirts, talking about they drive a foreign, talking about this. Listen, the United States of America is getting over the post-pandemic where everybody lost their job, okay? Half these people in this world don't got health insurance, car insurance, don't got nothing. If you can't take care of you and your girl, like you said, why you got a girl? If you got to scratch your head at nighttime and say, how do I figure out my bills, but she want to dress, then obviously you got to stop doing what you're doing and get yourself better. When you're better, she going to be better. Because remember this, a woman only going to put into you what you put into her. I ain't talking about somebody 20 years old when you're bouncing at a club in a Friday. No, I'm talking about a real woman. She shit, talk, and breathe as a real woman.
That's a fact.
See, the thing is, I told you, Father's Day is every day. Because Father's Day just don't mean you take your kids. That means anybody in your circle that you love, that you cater to, your woman, your girl, your baby's mom, your wife, your fiance. This is, fuck that side chick shit. I'm talking about somebody that you have, you know what, you already know 2023, I got plans for us. That's a real woman. That's a real relationship. Listen, Rihanna makes more money than ASAP Rocky. You see who she with. Rihanna gave more pussy away than, she got more bodies than the goddamn serial killer. But you see she know how to be with ASAP.
Yep.
Motherfucking Kim Kardashian, they all ran through every nigga in America, but a goofy ass white boy got her because that's what she's comfortable with. This dog's wife look like a back of a U-Haul, but that's what he's comfortable with.
She been holding him down for years. You gotta respect loyalty. You gotta respect loyalty on the long way.
Yeah.
You gotta respect loyalty the long way.
There's something you told me, and I never told you this. I'm gonna tell you now. You told me something There's two things in my life I've seen that impressed me. Okay, you told me, look, man, my girl was with me when I had nothing. If I lose it all, I'll get 20 jobs and I'll get it back. And she's still gonna be. If I worked at Walmart, she's still gonna be with me, love me less.
Yep.
And that right there touched me. The second thing was one time me and Twin, we smashed these niggas outright, and he let off at him. He called his girl. His girl pulled up in her car with two extra hammers with four clips. All they did was walk across the street. She get hit. Her keys were in her car. His keys were in his car. She got in his car and drove away. When I heard what you said and saw what she did, that struck me as, God damn, that's good. Because
No.
you taste when your chips are down, that goddamn lady behind you gonna build you like a $6 million man. When her chips are down, you gonna build her like a $6 million woman, and that is power of love.
Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. Ain't nothing
You
like
know,
it.
yeah, I'm honored and happy to have my people. Is the greatest thing other than my son to happen to me. You know, I'm not a perfect individual, but goddamn, these last couple of years of being a grown man, I've learned a lot. I will never do anything dumb like I used to do.
No, that's a fact.
Our heart does two things. It's gonna love who it love. It's gonna hate who it hate.
That's a fact. And that's what's gonna keep us going, man. That's what's gonna keep us going, man. Knowing who we got around us at
Hell yeah.
all times, man.
Huh.
People will always look at us and be like, why are they so antisocial? Why is always the same people? There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, man. I can't mix my energies with people I don't know.
Huh.
Just can't do it.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. My people tell you, you know what the greatest joy I get? This is the greatest joy I get. You know I'm a sneakerhead, and she likes sneakers too. When we go into the store, and she could try out any shoe, and I try out any shoe, and I meet her at the fucking cash register, bro. Nigga, that's the best feeling in life, dog. Are we restaurant and she's fucking get anything she want, or she wants something, and I can make it happen in matter of seconds? It blow my, you know, it blow my mind. Sometimes I might send her something and be like, "Yo, why you ain't send nothing back? Oh, I didn't even know. Well, good. Have a nice day. Check this out." See, that's the power of love, man. Or like my little man. He don't every day I try to make sure he is the freshest motherfucker in his school. He don't know that. He
Right.
don't care about that.
Nah.
But to me, that's everything in life. You know,
Oblivious. Yeah. Oblivious to it.
man.
Nah.
Like, listen, he told me today, "You the greatest dad on earth, man. I'm blessed to have you." He made me cry, you
Yeah.
know, because all I try to do is be a good man to him, and all I try to do is be a great man to my girl, two little girls, bro. And that's what gives JK the power. That's like lifting 750 pounds on bench every day.
Facts. That's fact. That's the secret. That's the secret sauce, man. That's the secret sauce. When people look at us and look at the success and look at how much we've built, that's the secret sauce. We got
Yeah.
somebody to do it for.
I remember this years ago. You would be to like get ready for work. We used to pick somebody to hate, and
Facts.
we used to be like, "Damn, bro, this is what we're gonna do." Now we don't train for hate no more. We train for love.
Uh,
We're doing this for our family. We're doing this for our offspring. We're doing it for the people we love. And you get more out of that than anything. Well, shit, bro, I could get back to work, man. You know, I love you. We blessed. Happy Father's Day to people out there. And continue to take care of your family and continue to show the world that real men do exist. All
Yo,
right?
I love you too, man. I appreciate it. And
All love, man.
enjoy your day.
All right, thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, another Father's Day edition. Um, I hope y'all soaked up. I see a lot of brothers online. I hope y'all soaked up the information. It's for us. It's our happy hour. It's our time to talk, chill, kick it, and chop it up. Um, and we're gonna continue to do it. like I said before, this is the only place you get this, man. This is the only place you get this kind of information. This is the only place you get this kind of real talk because yeah, we could open up courses, we can do all kind of classes, we could do all that type of shit and charge our arm and leg to come in and get, you know, taught. But that ain't what we trying to do. Um, I make enough money doing what I do. I don't need to make it off y'all. So all I ask is that y'all share the information, share the knowledge, and support so that we can have a reason to continue to keep putting out this content and keep coming out here. Um, it's up to y'all. It's not really up to me. Like I said, I don't do this to get bread. J Kane, Killer J don't do this to get bread. We do this to share this information and to try to give gentlemen like ourselves out in the field um, some therapy, man, some some acknowledgement, because we didn't get none of this before this. Before this, it was just us, and now you have this. So it's up to you to take care of it. It's up to you to support it, and if you want to support it, like I said, I don't accept donations. I don't want anybody donating anything to me because I don't want to owe a motherfucker nothing. Go to my spread shop, Horseman Law Podcast / my spread shop. Buy some merch. Link is in the bio. Um, and show your love. Once you get it, post up some shit. We'll share it and we'll continue to grow it from the ground up. And we'll continue to put out this content over and over again. We're getting ready to go on tour. Hopefully, we can start giving you guys shows from tour, and continue to spread this word. Um, I'm lit. Time for me to get something to eat, and we'll close out like we do every night with all due honor and praise to the Most High. I worship Thee through the divine image of my wives. Amen, and good night.